Hey Huskies, welcome back. This is Red Husky from Iron Huskies, and this time I'm using a video that Grey Husky took. I'm in this match with him, but I wasn't recording, but I did want to use this match to show you one of the big problems that I have with Gambit Prime, and Gambit game type as a whole. Now don't get me wrong, I like Gambit, and I like what they did with Gambit Prime. My fire team and I set up these exact same roles when we had one Invader, one Collector, one Sentry, and one Reaper, which we used to call Ad Killer and Blocker Duty at the time. We did this so that nobody got confused and we didn't have 3 people running at the portal at once, or everybody abandoning their post at once to take out one blocker. So when we saw that these gear sets would make us better at what we were already doing, everyone already had their gear sets that they were going to grind for. This was a fantastic change, and for that, I think Gambit Prime is great. Now I started this clip about 4 minutes into the match, at the exact moment that the enemy team summoned their Primeval. And they did it pretty fast, I'll give them that. I'm playing as the Invader in the team, and I didn't even get the chance to invade until much later. And that's mostly because we had a random on our team that tried to be the hero and immediately got killed a couple times. Keep in mind that we had 18 modes at the time that they dropped their Primeval, and it's been about a minute of game time already since then. Our Invader went in twice already and came away with no kills. I'll give you a little bit of spoiler and tell you that he invades a third time, and again comes away with nothing. So even though we could have made this game last even longer than it did, our Invader failed to do the job. Now in case you couldn't tell from the thumbnail or title of this video, this rant is about catch-up mechanics. These are things you might not always notice, but if you jump into Gambit private matches, you can see exactly what factors change when you're losing. We already knew about the invasion portals, winning team can invade, and losing team gets a lot more invasions. But also included in that is the amount of these CUTs, or catch-up targets, that spawn. These are the bright shimmery guys that spawn and drop 5 modes when they die. All of this is in an effort to make sure that nobody runs away with a win. I get it. No one wants to get stomped. It's a bad feeling and it discourages new players from coming back. But at what point does that become a disservice to the winning team? This happened to me the other day. We were up by a lot of modes, but the other team had a pretty good Invader, and he would take out about 2 or 3 of my teammates every time. I was the Invader too, so when I went to invade, there was nothing I could do to help my teammates. It was a match that lasted almost 15 minutes because of the back and forth between me doing a pretty solid job at invading, and the other guy being pretty good at it too. I just wanted to be done with the match and move on to the next group, but we were stuck there in this game of chess in which no one was doing enough damage to the Primeval to finish the round before the other Invader healed and right back up. We ended up losing that round, and it felt like a huge waste of my time. So now that we're here on the other side of the same coin, being down by way too much and finally summoning our Primeval 6.5 minutes into the match, it still doesn't feel right. So now it's been 2.5 minutes since the enemy team summoned the Primeval, and we're pretty much all caught up. By the looks of it, they're about to start a second damage phase, or we're about to start our first. You can make the argument that they should have been much faster than this, but in reality, we're still only in this fight because of those catch-up mechanics. So finally I get the chance to invade, and you can see that I get 2 kills right off the bat, killing the Primeval almost to full, putting us in the lead. After one more kill, the Primeval is full health again, and I just wiped out the last 3 minutes of progress in about 15 seconds. In addition to that, I took away their chance of doing more damage in that phase, and they had to kill 3 more witches again to start over. Now it's their turn to invade, and he takes a rocket to the face before he can do anything, giving us another chance to make progress. Your allies a hero. We're still one Primeval Slayer buff behind them, but we're getting much better timing on our portal. Every time I went in there to stir up some trouble, it was during their damage phase. Even if I didn't kill anyone, me being there disrupts them and gives them less time to hit the Primeval. I guess the point I'm trying to make is, the Invader's too strong, both in the catch-up game and in the Primeval battle. Believe me, I love being the Invader because I love PvP. But I'm going in with an Overshield, which has been improved by the Invader gear, and every time I get a kill, I'm undoing some of the work they did, and denying them a chance to do more damage. Now I don't have a 1000 voices, but I'm seeing it a lot, and it makes bad players into good invaders. If they had somebody like that, they could easily wipe my team before they had a chance to respawn, and this game would take forever. At this point in the match, my job is just to make the game last longer so I can give my team a chance to catch up. At this point, I am the catch-up mechanic. I am the reason this game is taking as long as it is. But imagine being the team that was winning. The team that had 100 motes by the time we had 18. Imagine being a Crucible player and being up by 20 points, so Bungie gives the losing team free heavy ammo and super energy. You'd be pissed. Crucible has a mercy rule system so that teams that are dominating can just move on to the next match and collect their XP. Why can't Gambit have something like that? Or at least just let the dominating team dominate? This is one round that's lasted 9 minutes now. I don't know if Bungie implemented this just to protect players from 4 stacks, or if it's just to make sure really good teams can't just get XP really quickly. But this match should have been over about 3 minutes ago. So here I managed to prevent them from killing the Primeval during their damage phase. And I let Great Husky know that all we need to do is burn the witches faster than they do, and that I wouldn't be invading anymore, I would just be helping with DPS. Then their invader comes in, and this is really their last chance to stop us before they melted their boss. Had he not been killed so fast again, he would have prolonged this game even more, causing me to change tactics and have to invade again instead of helping with the boss. So I finished my job in the portal, healed the Primeval back up to about a third, and then I made it back to help with the witches. And so that's what we did. We burned the witches with everything we had. I threw down my Arc Buddy Rip with the Getaway Artist Gauntlets, which I did a review on, by the way. It'll be linked up in the top corner now. And we just went ham on the boss. When the invader came in, I was just shouting into the mic, "Ignore, ignore, ignore!" And we managed to just barely get away with the win, after a 10-minute match, and after the enemy team had their Primeval up for 6 minutes. There is no reason that we should have won. These catch-up mechanics have got to go. Bungie, please let these winning teams get on with their lives, and please don't keep us in there for 10 to 15-minute matches. There is no reason to. Anyway, thanks for watching this rant, guys. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. If you don't, let's argue about it. Come on, let's go. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the gameplay. It really helps us out. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all next time the portal opens up. It's like being way too drunk at a bar and picking a fight with the wrong person. Except your best friend is totally sober and twice your size, and he just whoops the guy for you. Arc Buddy? More like Arc Babysitter.